G'day world and welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications and outdoor stuff with knives. Today I want to show you something quite interesting. Okay, since I got my awesome new watch, thank you Ein, I'll still do a video on that alone when I talk about my whole EDC. I've been thinking about upgrading my everyday carry. Now, I go in and out of a lot of buildings where you are not allowed to have knives with you. So I've been thinking about getting something that will do everything I wanted to do and still be functional enough to do everything I want to do. Okay. So let me just show you what I bought. Anyway, I bought this thing for two reasons. Okay, I got my package today, but I tore it open in the car, so I did not even, use a knife to open it. And here we go. It's a special limited edition, something like that. Swiss Army knife, Victorinox. Okay, now I can't read on there. But anyway, it comes in this beautiful little showcase box, but it was crushed a bit. Okay, so too sad, but I'm planning on using this thing as a, what do you call it, the EDC knife anyway. Okay, we get our little Victorinox paperwork, and then we get this one. Now, I chose this one for two reasons. Number one, this is a limited edition black Recce knife. Now, Google Recce's South Africa. Now, Recce is a Recce, but we call them Recce's. Anyway, so a Recce is a reconnaissance mission. Now, we had a part of our special forces. We had the Recce's. Now, these guys were the toughest of the tough. Okay. Initially, if I can remember the history correctly, they took 12 guys. Then they took them over the border to Rhodesia. Back then, Rhodesia. Anyway, and then these guys did SAS training. Okay, so they trained with the British Special Forces. Now, all 12 of them graduated and they got there with flying colors. But then they decided that's not good enough. And they started training people again. Okay, needless to say, almost nobody made it because then they became, very rough. Later on, I think this was the 70s. Yeah, somewhere in the 70s, maybe 80s. They decided, okay, they're going to start using psychologists. Okay, so these guys went through, the new recruits went through a lot of tests to see if they were mentally tough enough to be part of the Recce's. And then also science. They x-rayed these guys and checked, will their hips, knees, ankles and backs hold, running around with the huge amounts of stuff on their backs, whatever. They were trained to do everything alone. Yes, toughest of the tough guys, behind enemy lines, by air, water or land, on your own, do what you're supposed to do, come back and hopefully say what you saw. Okay, now, this is like a special edition Recce Victorinox. Okay. Oh, and when you buy one of these, specifically this one, some of the money goes back to the veteran fund or something, South African veterans from that, what do you call it, border war. Okay. I'll put a link in the description to some of this. Okay. Now, why did I choose this knife? This is a Victorinox Bantam. Okay, so why did I choose the Bantam frame? It is the thinnest Victorinox you can find that has more than one blade. Well, it's actually just as thin as the ones with one blade because it's one level. Okay, of course, it's got its tweezer and toothpick. Okay, tweezer, very functional. It's not the hardcorest thing, but you don't need it to be. You're trying to take out splinters and nose hairs and thorns from kids' feet. And then on the other side, it's the toothpick, and I love this thing. If you've ever walked around with something between your teeth, you know that will make you insane. And then you carve little twigs, you shove it into your mouth, you break off more pieces of wood in between your teeth. It gets a whole thing, so I love that. Okay, then we have, what's this, a 84 millimeter blade, I think they call it. No, I'm lying to you. This is the, oh, it's the 84mm frame. I'm lying to you. Anyway, there's the overall length on this thing. It is, can you see that? No, you cannot. 14.5 centimeters, and inches, it is 5 3/4 inches. Okay, so it's your normal standard size for a Victorinox. Okay, beautiful functional little blade. You can do anything you need to do blade wise with this. And please remember, you don't need a bigger knife unless you go somewhere. If you're going into an office or work environment, even if you have a big knife with it, it's always nice to have something like this with you. Then we have this, the most awesome of all the awesome multi-tool tools in the world. Okay, it's a cap lifter, and it also doubles as a can opener. Very rudimentary. You're gonna fight for whatever you have inside there, but you can open it. Flathead screwdriver, and then the wire stripper. Remember what I said, how you use this thing? Put the wire in there, let this rest on it, turn it a few times, pull it, and Bob's your mother's brother. Oh, they also said that the point will work as a star screwdriver. So if you have nothing else, you can unscrew things like that. Well, this one is actually big enough so you can just do it like that. Anyway, so you can lightly pry and unscrew things. So this, for the same frame as a single bladed knife, very smooth in and out of pocket. I think this is going to be a fantastic addition to my new upgraded EDC system. Okay, so now I have the knife and I have the watch. I need something to carry maybe this in. Also, I'm going to get a new wallet. If I can get it all in one, I'll do that. And then what was the other thing? Oh, I need a hank and whatnot, but I'll show you as I get all of the things together, and then later on we'll make a video just explaining all of these things. So there we go, Victorinox Bantam. I love this thing for its size, for its compactness, and you can do anything you need to do with this, and you're not carrying a whole big multi-tool on your belt. Okay, like I said, this is my everyday work in and out of office EDC. This is not something that you are going to take with you when you know you have something specific to do, or that you are going into the bush, for example. Okay, hope you enjoyed that quick little video. Stay safe, happy, and have a good one. Goodbye.